So we cannot take the Congress for face value. The trust that, the trust deficit with the Congress is still extremely high. And it will require people like Yatish with all his intelligence and with all his, wherewithal to try and get that trust deficit bridged.
That is the biggest problem.
Yeah, sure. So, no, and the second important point about the BJP and the whole Parrikar phenomenon, I will grant it to Manohar Parrikar that he definitely managed the finances of the state very well indeed, despite all the constraints that came in, the slashing of the mining revenue, etc., etc. Though, of course, there were huge, generous doles that were given out, which were definitely not necessary. And now with the petrol, the VAT going up, you realize that it was not necessary in the first place. The point is not that. The point is where I think there is so much of hurt and anger against, particularly Manohar Parrikar, is the fact that this was the man during the Congress regime who stood by activists, who came with the environmentalists, who came with the people of Goa on the issues of corruption, on the issues of garbage, on the issues of Goa's protection, Goa's land, on special status, though I've got my own issues with special status, but on all these issues he was there. And then when he came to power, possibly he could not solve it, and it's never possible to solve these issues overnight with some kind of a magic wand. But he refused to explain why he could not solve those issues. He refused to take all these activists and all these environmentalists that he was with in confidence and try and negotiate some kind of settlement. So this is the point.
जो point विजयान काढिल्लो आणि तो बरो humorously काढलो की सरकार खरी उलोवपा लागले म्हणून. I look at it as a positive sign. कि Chief Minister, for the first time, the Chief Executive of the state is speaking truth. He is telling the reality to the people.
Which is good.
Which is good. That's what I'm saying. It's a very positive sign. For the first time, Vijay tak म्हणाला की U-turn U-turn म्हणून. So we are back to square one. If it is U-turn of U-turn, but we are coming back to square one and trying to rebuild something where Manohar Parrikar was just not ready to accept the reality. Has this new dispensation decided to be truthful and address the issues the way they are?
आयज आमकां जे शक्य आशिल्लें सरकाराक जे शक्य आशिल्लें त्या पॉयंटाचेर आमी वी हॅव कॅरीड ऑन एंड वी हॅव परफॉर्म्ड ऑल्सो एंड वॉट इज देर टू एक्सेप्ट इफ द थिंग which we may have promised, and if it is not happening despite of all our efforts, it is better to say that these are the problems, as they have said that you must have come out earlier saying that these are the problems that we face and we just cannot implement what we said initially, for what we were fighting with the NGOs and with the activists.
So Parrikar's departure to Delhi is a blessing in disguise.
Because the failure is not on the part of efficiency of the government, the failure of the circumstances makes it not to happen. And being to be very frank with this, their voters, it is not a, I don't think
it's a good thing. We are saying it's a good thing. Vijay hasta कित्याक? First time government is being truthful and तरी आसतना तूं हसता तांकां कित्याक?
इतल्याच खातीर की तांची एक स्ट्रॅटेजी आहा.
You are reading strategy into this.
I'm trying to dissect what Subhash has said. Two things he has said. One, he says that we take guidance from Parrikar. Number one. Number two, they say that they have admitted what is not possible is not possible. I see that there is a modus operandi behind this. One thing is that they have been guided by Parrikar to go and say that this is not possible. They have been guided by Parrikar to say that casinos, we will renew, that is the old man, we have got nothing to do with him. I have got sizable evidence to say that this is guided. That the renewal of casinos,
it is asked for. Guidance and advice are not just thrown out.
एक minute. It's a modus operandi given by Parrikar. And the idea is to create new, fresh, false promises for 2017. आता ना ते आता किती सांगू शकता? एक मिनिट. ते सांगू शकता की आता जाईना बाबा. आम्ही तुमका पहिलेच सांगितले. So they are preparing Goans for a new set of false promises for 2017.
यदीच तुका दिसता की एक गजाल की सरकार खरी उलयता हो point of view and दुसरो विजयाचो point of view की BJP is trying to swing this situation to their advantage.
Two things.
By being truthful and somehow not keeping the continuity.
BJP is not being truthful
of what
in all
Manohar Parrikar was saying.
BJP, that's not the way I would pursue it.
Okay.
Two things. First of all, I have to say, because Congressच्या बद्दल कितें उलयले that they have to be street fighters and all that. I can tell you two things.
You are a street fighter, म्हणून.
You know me well. I have been a street fighter. All I can tell you is that Pradesh Congress has got a very senior organizational man like Mr. Falero at the helm of it. It has got a very experienced legislator in Mr. Rane in the assembly. आम्ही चिंतन शिबिर केली. पयर ते refresher जालें. Take it from me. Congress party is very, very serious. You take it from me.
Will we see visible difference in 2015?
Yes. Yes. One second. Let me complete. Let me complete.
Let me attack the Congress, please.
No. Don't be like some who don't get opportunity to speak. One second. You attack the Congress if you wish.
Okay, complete.
Let me complete first.
Okay.
I'll tell you. Congress is very, very serious in building its organization. Congress knows very well. You please see Mr. Falero's opening remarks when he took over as the president. ताणे म्हणला, Congress has made mistakes. He has said it, and it is very gracious of a president to admit it. He has said it because he had to do it.
John
That is
Fernandez
what.
also admitted it.
No, I don't want to go in history. Aik maje. What I'm saying. He has said it, which is very important. He has said that mistakes will not happen. Trust amka लोकांमध्ये बांधचो पडटलो. There is no doubt. But तुका एक सांगता, party is serious. Party has taken cognizance of the reality. Party has started.
We will see Congress fighting.
You will see Congress fighting in the right manner, at the right forums, and in the right approach.
Okay, Dr. Your point.
In 2015 or up to 2017, are you all going to be busy building up the Congress infrastructure, or are you interested in articulating the Goa issues? Because, for instance, the point that what I say about the trust deficit is that these issues, whether it's casino, whether it's garbage, whether it's law and order, whether it's corruption, whether it's the regional plan, these issues were alive and kicking during your 5 years, not when you were there, but the 5 years of the Congress regime from 2007 to 2012, and nothing happened when you're in power. And this is the problem with the people, is that they think, and that is where Vijay also has to be very, very careful, because Vijay is positioning himself on these very issues and he's trying to ride the horse on these issues. It's very easy to keep raising these issues when you are in opposition, but when you come into government, what happens is there is where the people get so angry, because when you come into power, then you step back. So what you have to know from Vijay, what is his stand going to be on casinos? Is he going to throw every casino out from the thing? It's very easy to say that.
Okay, I'll go to Vijay. I'll take just a rebuttal and I'll go ahead. Yeah.
So quickly, it's better to admit what is possible with an economic context. Forget about what our moral positions on casinos or on mining on regional plan. But what is possible in an economic context to Goa on all these issues, much better that you admit it when you are in opposition.
So you
that don't eat your word.
Okay, quickly. Yeah.
Goichi economy ji asa, that economy was a resilient economy. He economy since one second. Let us be very practical. Let us see facts and figures. Goa has seen many ups and downs since liberation, and Goa's economy has been resilient. ह्या 3 वर्सांक ही इकॉनॉमी ठप जाल्या. तुका एक सांगता तू हांव फुडले व्हडले तुका तत्वां सांगिना. तू काड हांचो मॅनिफेस्टो वाच. दीस मॅनिफेस्टो तू जर नियाळ करीत, ह्या मॅनिफेस्टोन गुड इकॉनॉमिक्स इज गुड पॉलिटिक्स म्हणटा पळय, that is reduced to rubble in this manifesto, and that is exactly what has happened. But एक मिनिट, let me complete. जेन्ना तू populist measures घेता, they have to be populist measure on the touchstone of good economic viewpoints. You cannot take economy and put it in the situation where it cannot sustain itself.
Okay.
No, but
what has happened?
I'll take a report, then I'll go to Vijay. Quickly,
यतीश बाबान जशें सांगला की तुम्ही अशे जे कितें इकॉनॉमिक आनी ताजे बॅलन्स दवरनासतना डोल्स दीत गेले. What I'm saying, you were not giving doles. You had no schemes, no popular schemes, whatever it is. Social schemes astalyo kashos. What have you done with those funds? How did you manage those finances where you have utilized the money? Nobody has seen it.
Take it from me.
I say that it is doles, but this has been raised and without pinching anybody.
तुम्ही म्हणतात की ते डोल पण ते लोकांमेरेन पावले.
What were you doing for all these things? In every constituency you will find 30-40 crores in a year goes by these schemes.
I will tell you.
But from where it is late?
तू स्वच्छ भारत घे, हे काँग्रेसीचे नितळ गोंय फिलॉसॉफी. तू DSS घे, ही काँग्रेसीन कंटिन्यू केल्ली. कन्यादान घे, लाडली लक्ष्मी घे, काँग्रेसीची कन्यादान.
तुमचे फंड
सांगता तुका सगळ्यो स्किमी ऐक मजे सगळ्यो स्किमी ज्यो आसा हाजे मूळ काँग्रेसीच्या हातून मेळटा. हाणी थोड्यो इम्प्रोवायज केल्या आसत, बट तुका एक सांगता, काँग्रेसीच्यो स्किमी हाणी फुडें व्हेल्या. पूण एक सांगता, हाणी ज्या तरेन उलयले, तुका सांगले न्ही ब्लॅक मनी चाहिए चाहिए, 15 लाख चाहिए आता ही बंडला हा पळय ही हांगाच 2.5 वर्सांनी यू टर्न जाले तशें देशांत
कन्यादान स्किमीची परिस्थिती 3 वर्सां कोण भुरगीं 2 भुरगीं जाले नंतर पसून तांकां मेळ्ळे ना which is made available to this government.
लोकांक स्किमी दिया हांव ना म्हणना लोकांक स्किमी दिया वेलफेअर स्टेट आमी कॉन्स्टिट्युशना प्रमाणे वेलफेअर स्टेट सोशलिस्ट स्टेट पूण तुका एक सांगता इकॉनॉमीचो तुमी नियाळ करूंक जाय तुम्ही ज्या तरेन वावुरले
इकॉनॉमी फासार मारून स्किमी दिनाकात
इकॉनॉमी फासार नाही इकॉनॉमी खड्ड्यान घालून स्किमी दिल्या
विजय द पॉइंट इज द ऑस्करान केल्लो आनी सामको इम्पॉर्टंट पॉइंट की आज तूं ह्या गजालींचे स्टँड घेता फाल्यां जर तूं पावराक आयलो तुय बी गोंयकाराक शिंगला येतलो
ताजेर एक पयलीं जाता
हय
ऑस्करान सांगला ते भशेन की काँग्रेस आनी बीजेपी ऑलमोस्ट एक आशिल्ली वेन इट कम्स टू इकॉनॉमिक्स आतां आय फील आय मेक अ फर्दर चार्ज ऑन बोथ ऑफ देम दॅट एक नमो फॅक्टर म्हणून जाला हे जयराम रमेशान कॉइन केला की नो एक्शन मॅसेज ओनली म्हणून ओनली स्लोगन्स ते दोगूय जाण ताजेरूच आहा बोथ द काँग्रेस एज वेल एज द बीजेपी दे हॅव टॉक्ड बीग नाव यू आर सेईंग स्वच्छ भारत आनी नितळ गोंय इतलें आसून पयर आयतारा बीबीसीचो एक तो ट्रॅव्हल गायड म्हणून प्रोग्राम आहा ताजेर ते गोंयाचेर हाडटात दे से दीस इज अ टायनी स्टेट इट्स अ पॅराडायज इट अट्रॅक्ट्स 1% ऑफ टोटल टुरिस्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड येट दीस इज गोईंग टू ड्विंडल बिकॉज देर इज हिप्स ऑफ गार्बेज एवरीवेअर हांव म्हणटा पेपराचेर दिश्टी पडटा सगळीं ऑर्गनायजेशनां सगळे टीव्ही चॅनल कोण येता उठ्ठा सुट्टा ते गुड गव्हर्नन्स म्हणटा हे सान्नी मारतात अरे कचरो वता खंय सगळे जर तुम्ही सान्नी मारता जाल्यार कचरो वता खंय बेसीक म्हाका दिसता कचऱ्या खातीर हे स्वच्छ भारत इज जस्ट अ स्लोगन येट अनदर एक्शन पळय सांगता तुका नाव दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट स्किम्स सो लेट मी टेक ऑन वॉट दे हॅव सेड स्किम्स म्हणटात नाव वॉट इज दिस स्कीम फॉर एक्झाम्पल लाडली लक्ष्मी यू आर एक्चुअली फायनान्सिंग अ मॅरेज you are giving a government dowry in other words but that Catholic who has his marriage in a wedding is sent police are sent at 10 o'clock to shut down his marriage today a new concept has started आज बँडाचे मेंबरांचे मोबाईल फोन मागतात so these are double standards of the BJP
see just to take on that particular issue of the communal thing which we haven't really touched upon as far as Goa is concerned let me admit here that certainly as far as this BJP, the Goa BJP is concerned, it has not been communal in nature. I'm not agreeing to that. Goa BJP, at the center, the frontal organizations of the Sangh Parivar have definitely indulged in communal propaganda. Today, the Garvapsi thing and all this other bloody nonsense that is going on in the country. And what is sad is that the Goa BJP does not have the guts, including Mr. Manohar Parrikar at the center.
An advice to the Chief Minister.
I can tell you one thing. This government has derailed the state economy. This government has ensured that even जो फुडाराक मुख्यमंत्री येतलो 2017 he will have a tough task to perform and chief minister has to sit on the table and use his mind ताजे एडवाइस कोण एडवाइस दिता म्हाका खबर ना पूण रिकॉर्ड पळय फॅक्ट्स पळय आणि बरी इकॉनॉमिक हे कर
क्विकली युअर एडवाइस एज नॉट जस्ट एज अ बीजेपी लीडर बट एज अ लेजिस्लेटर to your chief minister quickly.
No, we just cannot advise because we believe we are under him, but I would always like to have industrial growth as well as employment to the youths. They should be on their capacity, the capacity building or whatever we say that.
Single line advice to the chief minister.
स्वार्थ लागल्या ती बरी आहा तुझे स्वार्थी खातीर गोंय वरून घाटार विकना
बरं म्हाका दिसता मेजर इश्यूचेर सारकी डिस्कशन जाला मेजर इश्यूज पॉइंट आउट जाल्यात अँड ऑन दीज मेजर इश्यूज आय फील की रुलींग आसूं किंवा ओपोजिशन आसूं जे पॉइंट आउट जाल्यात त्या इश्यूंचेर ह्या वर्सां भितर खंय तरी दिशा मेळची पडटली जाल्यारच आमी 2016 भितर सारके सातिस्वेद जावन वचपाक शकता तुमी आयले इतली बरी भासाभास केली थँक्स अ लॉट पळयत रावात प्रुडंट नमस्कार